Hey guys, are you ready? Are you ready to win the league? We're gonna win the league, guys. I'm pumped. What a game. Shout out to Jaws, buddy. I missed you last time. Shout out to you, buddy. I loved your comment a couple vids back. Jack Daniels, hey bro, love you. Thanks for the comment again. And Abdul Taha, I'm gonna throw you in because you're in there all the time. I might as well just put up a little thing that just says Abdul Taha, right? Just thought I'd have some fun with you guys there. But guys, thank you so much for the views and the comments. I'm so pumped. What a game. Oh man, where do I start? I'm not going to start with the rankings. Maybe I'm not even going to start my notes. It's just going to be totally off the cuff. I've been up all night, such an intense day. Came off my shift and watched the game. And at first, boy, was I disappointed. I felt like, man, they scored against us, and then I was like, okay, it's early. We're going to fight back. We're going to get these guys. And we were fighting back, but you know what? We looked a little confused out there. Some players, there were some issues. Definitely was frustrating to watch. But then everything turned. The tide turned, guys. And wow. I mean, wait till you guys see the reaction video I'm going to post. That's going to be a pretty long video. I'm going to do a lot of good work with this video. A lot of fun's going to be in it. Maybe some editing. Definitely some good comedy. I dubbed it halfway through the game when it had happened, the mini Brendan Rodgers, because I wasn't thinking Coutinho was having a good game. But it actually was more than a mini Brendan Rodgers. When that game, what I'm referring to is the game where he wanted to pull him off, but he scored the winning goal. I think it was the first or second game that had happened in. But it turned out that it was even crazier. So guys, wow, we got the win. Chelsea's totally shell-shocked. Marino's totally shell-shocked. I didn't even see the interview afterwards, but my dad was saying he had no comment. They were trying to ask him about everything, and he's like, I have nothing to say, nothing to say. He looked totally stunned. And wow, guys, what is happening? This is awesome. Right now, before I get into the rankings, before I get into the notes, let's just take a quick look here at I got to head out. I'm headed to Niagara Falls today. I'm going to go see a buddy of mine I haven't seen in years. So I'm just flying high, guys, today on this adrenaline rush. Right now, when I look, hey, it's halftime for everybody right now. And City is tied with Norwich City. Palace is tied with United. Swansea's tied with Arsenal. Guys, we're going to win the league. Let's see what happens today. It's so funny how life is because I was starting to duck on my win the league prediction. I was still holding pretty strong even though we had the injuries. But then it seemed like after the last draw, I felt like, oh, where are we going here? Then we enter Teixeira. Boom. Teixeira's in the lineup. We get that momentum going. We look great. I had been waiting for him to play for so long. It happened. And just the timing, it's so sweet. All these other things are happening in my life too. It's just awesome, guys. I'm so blessed, so happy. And yeah, like this game, boom, we break out. Here we go. Wow, I could just ramble on and on, guys. I'm so pumped today. I'm sure you guys are going nuts. The comments, I did one comment on a Facebook thing. Someone said, let's go, it was a great comment. I can't even remember what it was, like a good long comment. And I'm just like, yeah, go get it. I threw out the go get it. It's a little inside joke from my buddy at work. Just in case you guys thought I was nuts and thought I didn't understand what get in means. I know what get in means, or get in there. When I do go get it, that's another thing. It looks like it's going to start a new trend. So, okay, guys, let's have some fun. Let's go into thoughts on the players. So player rank. By the way, player rankings. Here's another thing. I wanted to do a video on this. I do realize, and thanks guys for not commenting on this, because it's so easy to pick at a guy when he's doing review, because I say a lot and a lot happens. And with the whole bust the scales thing, that's going to continue for sure. I just think that I'm getting ahead of myself busting that 10. And another thing I noticed is, like, midfielders, they have a lot more action. They get a lot more markings than a defender. And sometimes as our forwards or strikers would too. So I'm going to have to work on my rating system. That was what I was going to title the video. My rating system needs some work. And, oh, please tell me I've been recording this thing. Yes, I have. Oh, whew, for a second I thought I wasn't recording, guys. That would have been a bummer because I've been pumping it out today. Thank God. So, okay, back to what I was saying. Yeah, the rating system. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to do a little bit of studying, or not studying, but more just thoughts on how to make it better. I want to keep that busting the scales going. I think it confuses a lot of people when I drop a 7.5 on someone who has a horrible game or a mediocre, not horrible, but mediocre game. I'm going to have to really readjust things when it comes to the rankings. For now, I'm going to stick with the positives and minuses. I am going to still try to put a number with it. What I do is different here, as you guys know, and any new viewers, I do things a little differently here with the player rankings. But I noticed in watching my videos again, it's not, I don't know, when I bust the scales, it's not always equal compared from player comparisons. That's where it gets a little wild. Now, granted, I don't spend a lot of time. Usually I'm doing it on the fly with you guys when I try to come up with a number, so it's kind of fun, but it can be very inaccurate that way too. Again, their rankings, they're supposed to be fun. I mean, it's not like we're going to go on this huge search for the ultimate ranking of each player and it has to be perfect and spend hours analyzing it right there. But you want to do a good job. You want to be accurate in what you do and still have fun with it. So I'm going to work on that, guys, just so you know. Let's get into the rankings. Mignolet, I got him with, obviously they scored a goal. He did get his hand on the ball. It wasn't his fault. Nothing he could do. It's a goal. 1+, one great save. Really, you know, not much to go to mark him with, but he had a good game for what came at him. So that was great. I'm not going to give him a number. Klein was kind of iffy. He didn't look to, and this is the thing too. This is a great example and a great learning lesson for me on ranking players. We're going to get to Coutinho. Wait till you, oh boy. So take it with a grain of salt, you know. Like Klein, I had him with 5 minuses and 3 pluses. He was doing okay, but he had a few bad mistakes. I'm just not going to rank him. I don't want to be a downer on anyone today. I'm not going to rank him. I am working on my rating system, so I'm only going to rank probably the greater performances today. Sacco, sensational. Absolutely sensational. I've got Sacco with, and by the way, I really like Klein. I don't want to shortchange Klein. He's an excellent player. I don't want to brush over him like that. He's awesome. Back to Sacco. Sacco, I've got 8 pluses, 1 minus, very small minus. He kept us in the game. Just excellent defending, on fire, great performance. I got to give Sacco a 9.5. That little minus there, I'll take him back from a 10. But other than that, he was awesome. Skirtle, I got Skirtle again. Skirtle was. Here's the thing. Skirtle's I got him for 9 pluses, 2 of which were saves. Again, a save is where, you know, I mark a save as a real close. If he didn't step in, it would have probably been a goal, kind of a thing, right? Whether it's cutting off a pass or heading it out or whatever. So we're blocking it. So you got 9 positives with 2 of those being saves, 1 minus. A little bit better than Sacco. Let's do. I mean, is it a 10 because of the 2 saves? Does that negate the negative? Right? How are you gonna? You know, you can only go so far with this thing, right? I'll give him. He deserves the 10. You know, that minus. Who knows what it was for? It probably wasn't even that bad. Gonna give Skirtle a 9.9. That's the best I can do. But he was sensational. He was awesome. You know, and I had even made comments. You know, I might as well go back to this. I had made comments that maybe Sacco and Skirtle, you know, that they weren't that great for us long term. You know, and I honestly felt that way in some of the games. But I thought about it the last few days. I'm like, you know what? I always really liked Sacco. He was just like, I don't know, just like an iron fist back there, punching it out, eh? So good, like a wall at times. And Skirtle, he had moments where I was really disappointed at the beginning of the year, but he's a great player. He's an awesome player. And yeah, I really thought about it. I think I was wrong about that comment. So a little humility from me there, especially when these guys come out and just boom, they throw it down. Nobody's perfect. People are going to make mistakes, but I love the effort. I love the intensity. So Sacco and Skirtle, amazing. Let's get to Moreno, shall we? So, Moreno, we love you. You're on fire. You're a great player. You say the right things. You do the right things for the most part. Nobody's perfect. You say you never want to leave Liverpool. I mean, what better thing can you say, right? That's just such as a Liverpool fan, that's what you just want people to have that attitude. If I ever played football professionally, I don't know how I'd play against Liverpool. I don't know how I would, it would just crush me, break my heart. By the way, I used to play football as a kid, and I'm going to do when I get some cash and buy some soccer balls in a net, I'm going to do a video and show you. Let's see what skills I got. I don't know. It's been forever since I played, probably 20 years. So I'm going to do that for you guys. I wanted to mention that too. Didn't know I was going to drop that on you guys in this video. This is going to be a real powerful video, guys. Moreno, the goal. He wasn't looking. Just kind of dazed. Not dazed, but he just didn't know the guy was coming in. He's got to know that. Huge minus on Moreno. So bummed out when that happened, but I love Moreno. So I was like, okay, you know what? It happened. Whatever. He's getting used to defense. That being said, he had the big minus, and I got him with 7 positives and then 4 minuses, including that goal. So 4 minuses there. So he was good. He was really good still. And you know what? This is the thing too. Like the second half, we were a totally different team. And the guys just, sometimes weird things happen in football or in life, and it gets to be, you can't explain why things are going this way when you know he's a great player, but it happens, right? So he didn't have a perfect performance, the most amazing performance, but he did his job where he could, except for that big minus on the goal. And again, you got to remember, he's running back and forth. Yeah, it would be like he's getting caught back. Sometimes it looks like he's getting caught back, and he did a few times. But a lot of the times, like that's his role to be playing up in that wing and running back anyway. So that's gonna happen sometimes. It's more when he does not just him, but anyone, when they do the silly challenge and get caught. That's the ones that kill us, right? So overall, Moreno, like that goal was pretty bad. I'm gonna have to go with the 7.5. Quite a bit of pluses, but to see the second half, right? Like, yeah, he was good. He was really good. I'll go with the 7.5 for Moreno. Good enough to be on the pitch. Lucas was sensational. I was really wanting Klopp to pull him out. I was like, Klopp, what are you doing, man? We got to get him. I was freaking out. But Klopp, he had a whole other game plan going. He's such an amazing coach. So he knows what he's doing. And he kept Lucas in there. He took the risk. It was a calculated risk, and it paid off. By the way, it's in my notes. That was not going to be a yellow for a red when he tripped up the guy. One angle, it looks like it is, but the angle which they show on Lucas's side, the guy's already falling. Barely any contact, just a lot of show. That's one thing I don't like about soccer is like the fakery. I hate it, eh? I'm going to rant about that. I don't want to rant about that right now. So, back to Lucas. Okay, so I got Lucas with 1 minus, the yellow. Well, then, yeah, and he didn't get the other one, obviously. So, 9 pluses, right? Like, that 1 minus, the yellow. I'd say 8.5, but he was better than an 8.5. Sometimes pluses and minuses don't... There's more to it than that, right? There's the feel of the player. Got to give Lucas a 9. Solid 9. Maybe even more, right? Like, that yellow. Yeah. He had to do that yellow, too. Giving to Lucas a 9.5. He deserves the 9.5. Chan was iffy. He was playing pretty good, and then he wasn't. But, sometimes, too, like, in the midfield, you can have tons of action, but sometimes the game steers to one side or to one series of combinations with players where the other midfielder doesn't get much action, and it's not his fault. So Chan looked pretty good out there, aside from a few things. I have him with 2 pluses, 2 minuses, a yellow, and a major plus. So I got to give, and he was running really hard, especially towards the end. I was really happy with Chan. I was making a joke with my dad that it was like he was playing for his spot. Like, you know, Tashira's waiting, right? So that's great, though. As long as Chan's playing, I was happy Tashira's on the bench, but I really wanted Tashira to start. But I understand that we have so much talent, and Klopp is doing things in a really good way. Sometimes he's going to do things I don't like in the moment, but I'm not even close to this guy in terms of football knowledge and experience. And today's one of those days where it just goes to show you how he got through and he kept going with his whatever tactics he had. Like, you know, he does know what it appears that he knows what he's doing. So Chan was okay. He was pretty good. I'll give him. Yeah, it's hard to judge. I'll give him a 7 point. I don't know, maybe, yeah, I don't know, like, let's just go with, give him a 7.9. Can't give him the 8. So, on to Milner. I really like Milner, but it scares me when Milner plays like this other Milner. It's happened a few times. I thought it was a glitch. It appeared to be so. Today, we had issues with Milner. I just couldn't believe it. It was really bad today. And again, I stress that I really like Milner, but it is what it is. What I saw is what I saw. And he was partly at fault for that first goal. Should have closed the guy out. I gave him 7 minuses and 1 plus. I'm not going to rate him. Not good enough. Today, but I really like Milner. He's a sensational player. It's one game. It happens. By the way, that was the right sub when Milner was subbed on for Benteke. That was definitely the right sub. Coutinho. You know what? I'm going to save that for a second. I'm going to jump to Lallana. Lallana was great. He didn't seem to appear too much, but he played his role well. He had 5 pluses, one of which was a save, and 1 really big plus as well. And I mentioned it in my notes. It's all coming to me now. He, on the Benteke goal, ball's coming to him, and he just left his legs wide open for the ball to go through right to Benteke. I love it. Selfless, smart. That stuff is huge. It's an assist without touching the ball, guys. Sensational. No minuses. Lallana deserves a 10 if there's no minuses, right? So, but he didn't do much, and is that his fault? No, not that he didn't do much. He did a lot, but it didn't seem like he was in a lot of the play because the play was not. I mean, I just don't have a lot of markings from him. Maybe I missed stuff. I'll give him a 9.5. Probably was a 10, but I just don't have much to go by. Lovren came on, didn't mark him. It was at the end. Benteke came on. Firmino, okay, we'll get to Firmino and Ibe. So Firmino was amazing. 6 pluses, 1 minus. 5 of those pluses, I think, were in the first half. Second half, things changed around. He didn't get as much action, or I didn't notice as much that was worthy of a plus. Not that it wasn't, but sometimes it's so, I'm not going to mark everything. I just try to go for the more apparent things that hit me. And I like to enjoy the game somewhat, so I don't like to always have the pen in my hand. And 1 minus. I mean, he was sensational. That's the thing, like Lallana giving him a 9.5, no minuses. Firmino was just as good, if not way better. It's for sure for action. He got way more action, right? So it has nothing to do with Lallana. It's just the way the game is when someone gets more action out there. I got to give Firmino like a 9.7. He was just so good. No, a 9.8. I'll give him a 9.8. He was really good out there. I was great for the sub. Did his job. Huge plus. Huge assist. You know, for a 10, he gets a sub. Or for a sub, he gets a set it backwards. For a sub, he gets a 10. Guys, keep in mind, I've been up all night. This video is pushing 20 minutes now. I'm still going. I'll try to wrap it up, but it is what it is. What a day, guys. So, yeah, he gets a 10 for coming off the bench. those are different rankings when someone comes off the bench later, obviously. On to Benteke. Came on at the half. Again, no messing around, no late subs. Klopp just goes right to business, you know. And I got him a plus, and he got a goal, and he also got an assist, I believe. Yeah, the header for Coutinho's goal, I considered it an assist. In fact, I think, did Lallana do something in that too? Or I don't know. He was there anyway. Benteke was sensational off the bench. He's a 10. I mean, he got a goal, an assist, and a plus. That's all I marked him, but it's got to be a 10. On to Coutinho. Now, this is where you guys are going to get some real good laughs and some amazing reactions in my reaction vid. There's going to be a lot of meat in there, a lot of meat on that bone. Coutinho, I thought he was having a horrible first half. Obviously, Milner was the worst in the first half. But Coutinho he was trying, he was playing with intensity, but he just seemed, nothing was clicking. I was like, he's not smooth, he's not, you know what it was? He wasn't warmed up, eh? And it just, certain players have different ways of approaching the game and coming alive. And Coutinho, he just did not look good to me in the first half. I had him down for, and I wanted him out at one point. I'm pretty sure. I'll try to find it in my reaction vid. I'll try to make it really good for you guys. If I can find me saying that, it'll be even funnier. I got him down for, I didn't even mark the second goal. I got him down for 3 minuses, 2 positives, the yellow, which is like a minus, and the goal. So the 2 goals, and then 3, so 5. But it's just, when he scored the first one, by the way, the extra time, we totally deserved that extra time. We didn't lose the transition of the play, so that's a non-argument there too. Stellar, that is like a totally different player. It was him warmed up, eh? And you know, it just goes to show you, someone can be playing kind of iffy or weird, and then boom, boom, you know, it's awesome what he did there. I'm gonna negate any negatives I see to a degree and give him. He got the 2 goals, but I didn't like the first half. But he can, man, can he ever finish when he gets open? And his footwork. He's so good at creating that. He just hooks the guy so well. On both goals, I think he did it. And he finishes, you know, aside from the first half, he should be getting a 10, busting the scales, probably, right? You know what? I'm really happy with what I saw. He stuck in there. He did it. I'm going to give him a 9.5, and I thought I was going to mark him really low. Awesome, Coutinho. Way to go, Felipe. So glad. What a game, guys. That's my player rankings. I'll quickly touch on some notes here. My mini Brendan Rodgers moment with the Coutinho thing. I covered that. We did look like last season in the first half for the most part. It didn't look good. Just seemed like it was just not good. I was not enjoying the game. Players look confused out there. Yeah, even when they have a bad game, we can turn it on. And yeah, not a yellow. Lallana. Yeah, I covered all my notes, guys. I did it from memory. How about that, eh? So, guys, thank you so much for watching. We got the win. Okay, let's take a look at the not the fixtures, but the scores. Arsenal scored. They're up 1-0. 61st minute for United, Palace, City, Norwich. Both at a draw still. So, wow. Like, they both draw. I know when I looked, like, we did a nice jump today. We're in 7th. I'm clicking the fixtures now. I think they're at 22 for Arsenal. Arsenal might get the win. City's at 22. United's at 20. We're at 17. We're right in there, guys. I'm fully confident, 100% confident we're going to win the league. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going for it in my heart and my beliefs. And I believe the guys are going to be like that too. We're going to be rocking it, eh, with the Klopp. So I'm so pumped, eh, guys. All right, well, I'm rambling. It's been awesome, guys. I got to go visit my buddy. And you guys take care. Thank you so much for watching. The reaction vid's coming. I'll work on it tonight or tomorrow. And it's going to be epic. You guys have no idea. Take care, and you'll never walk alone.